Welcome to the explainer. Okay, let's just jump right in with a pretty wild idea. What if the two most fundamental costs in our entire economy, we're talking intelligence and energy, what if they were about to become, well, basically free?
Yeah, that simple phrase right there, it hints at something huge, right? The power of networked AI. So in this explainer, we're going to unpack what happens when that power smashes head-on into another giant force in our economy: energy.
And look, the implications here, they are absolutely staggering. So let's break this down. We're going to look at two massive accelerating trends, and we'll start with the explosion in intelligence. All right, let's get into it. First up is this incredible feedback loop, this flywheel, the collapsing cost of a thought. I mean, the shrinking price of artificial intelligence is just unbelievable. 280 times. And no, that is not a typo. In just 2 years. From late 2022 to October 2024, the cost of using a powerful AI like GPT 3.5 just plummeted. We're talking a 280-fold drop. It's insane. So here's the bottom line, right? What used to cost you $20 now costs 7 cents. Think about that. It means using AI for really complex stuff like, I don't know, optimizing an entire city's traffic flow or figuring out crop yields. It's becoming as cheap and easy as just flipping on a light switch.
And the crazy part is, this whole trend just feeds on itself. I mean, look at this. Even as the costs are cratering, the actual performance of these AI models keeps getting better and better. Those lines are just shooting up. Why? Well, because cheaper AI means you can do more training, which makes the model smarter, and then those smarter models figure out even more efficient ways to run. It's this powerful feedback loop that's just getting faster every single day.
Okay, so that's one half of the equation. Now let's switch gears and look at the second revolution that's happening at the exact same time. Let's talk about the energy flywheel. 90%. I mean, just let that sink in. In only the last 10 years, the cost of solar power has dropped by 90%. For a world that's becoming more electric and more AI-driven by the minute, this is a total game changer. But what's really fascinating here is how the cost is dropping. After falling off a cliff for years, you can see that solar costs are starting to bottom out. We're getting super close to a point where the cost of making just one more bit of energy from a solar panel is, well, pretty much zero. I mean, once you've built the thing, the sun doesn't send you a bill, right? Okay, so you've got these two unstoppable forces, right? The cost of intelligence is plummeting, and the cost of energy is plummeting. So, what happens when these two massive flywheels finally crash into each other? Well, you get a phase change in the economy. It's like water turning into steam. This isn't just another tech boom that comes and goes. No, this is a shift into something the source material calls structural abundance. Basically, it's a world where the most fundamental building blocks for progress are always available and cost next to nothing. And that's the key idea to hang on to. We are not talking about some temporary boom that's going to be followed by a bust. This is a deep, permanent, fundamental rewiring of how our world actually operates. So this new era of abundance, it does way more than just make things cheaper. It completely changes how we organize ourselves to, get anything done. Think about it. For the last 100 years or so, the whole point of a company was to manage the super high cost of coordinating people and stuff. But now, with AI, that cost just collapses. It almost disappears. So instead of these rigid, top-down corporate ladders, we can have these flexible, constantly changing networks where information from everywhere is synced up in an instant. And listen, this isn't some far-off sci-fi dream. We're talking about a world where little AI agents are negotiating supply chain deals in real time, second by second. A world where one AI can run a whole fleet of factory robots. A world where you can 3D print a new part for your dishwasher at a local shop instead of waiting for it to be shipped from halfway around the planet. But when your whole economy starts moving at the speed of light, constantly optimizing itself in real time, you run into one last gigantic bottleneck. And that bottleneck is our money. I mean, really think about it. Our traditional banking system, with its 9 to 5 hours, its settlement delays, how can that possibly keep up? It just wasn't built for a world where AI agents need to pay each other instantly, maybe thousands of times a minute, all day, every day, 24/7. So what happens? Well, as the economy gets supercharged and hyper-efficient, it starts demanding a whole new kind of financial plumbing. It becomes inevitable. We'll see this gradual shift towards systems that can actually operate at machine speed. Think programmable money that can handle transactions instantly and automatically without ever needing a human to press a button or waiting for a bank to open. And all of this leaves us with one
Last, really big question to chew on. In a world of, structural abundance, where everything happens at machine speed, how do we even measure and exchange value itself? When the old rulebook is thrown out the window by AI and cheap energy, what comes next? That's a question we're all going to have to answer as we step into this brand new era.